Have you ever wondered about your rights, especially when it comes to something as serious as firearm ownership and mental health? It is a complex area, but understanding the basics can make a big difference for you or a loved one. A mental health gun ban does not necessarily last forever, but its duration and the path to restoring gun rights vary significantly based on the specific circumstances and the laws of your state and federal regulations. There is no single answer, but rather a set of conditions that determine the length. The primary reason for a mental health gun ban is public safety. Federal law prohibits individuals from possessing firearms if they have been adjudicated as a mental defective or committed to a mental institution. State laws can expand on these federal prohibitions, often including things like involuntary commitments, specific mental health findings by a court, or even emergency risk protection orders, sometimes known as red flag laws. The length of a ban often depends on whether it is a temporary order, a long-term court finding, or a permanent federal prohibition. For instance, some temporary orders might last a few months or a year, while a formal adjudication as a mental defective under federal law is generally permanent unless relief is granted. If you are facing a mental health-related gun ban and wish to explore restoring your rights, your first step is to consult with an attorney specializing in firearm law in your state. They can help you understand the specific law that applies to your situation, whether it is state or federal. Generally, the process involves petitioning the court that issued the original order or an appropriate state agency for relief. You will likely need to provide evidence that you are no longer a danger to yourself or others, often through psychiatric evaluations and testimony. Some states have specific legal avenues for restoration, while others may not. Understanding the precise legal term, adjudicated as a mental defective, is key. This term usually requires a formal court or agency finding that a person lacks the mental capacity to manage their own affairs or is a danger to themselves or others. It is not just about a mental health diagnosis. Additionally, while federal law provides a pathway for relief from firearms disabilities, its application is often complex because funding for these relief programs varies, and many states have not implemented them or fund them sufficiently. This creates a patchwork of legal avenues across the country, making state-specific guidance absolutely crucial. Navigating the rules around mental health gun bans requires careful attention to both federal and state laws. While there is not a universal expiration date, many jurisdictions offer a path to restore your rights under specific conditions, focusing on demonstrated recovery and present stability. Taking proactive steps and seeking expert legal guidance is essential to understanding your options and working towards potential restoration of your firearm rights.